Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa, and if you can hear the sound of my voice or if you see me, then you are tuned into Talk About It Tuesday. So excited that you decided to join me. Could have been anywhere else in the world, literally anywhere else, but you're here. Specifically today. Today's election day, and this election cycle has been vicious. Like, people have just showed a side of themselves never seen before, and I hope I don't ever see again. But just take a break from all that, because I know that can be mentally exhausting and draining. So just take just a little bit of time and just relax, drink you some water, and enjoy the Talk About It Tuesday, because I have a really good Talk About It Tuesday. I sat down with Mica McLaurin, or Mica McLaurin. She's a personal trainer, and she's also a certified, she's a certified personal trainer and certified health coach. And we had a great time having this conversation. We talked about everything from waist trainers to overeating to post-pregnancy to pre-pregnancy, like pretty much everything. And we just had a really great time. But the thing I really enjoyed talking to her about was why she does what she does, what her foundation is. And her foundation is faith. She uses faith as her foundation, and I absolutely love that about her program and about how she models her business, because in the world of people who are trying to be instant famous and who are trying to do things the way other people are doing it, she's being her most authentic self. I recently saw a movie, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's a little bit older, but if you haven't, please go watch it. It's called Antebellum, and it has Janelle Monáe in it. And there's a specific scene in the movie. I'm not going to tell the whole movie, but there's a specific scene in the movie where Janelle Monáe is standing in front of a crowd, and she says to the crowd, "Hey, when you are your authentic self in a world where people are requiring you to assimilate, that is where your power lies." And that message just resonates with me, and I feel like this is a prime example of that. Like, Mica, she really has taken this authentic version of herself, and she is out here putting it out for the world that says, "Hey, you gotta be able to twerk, you gotta be able to do this, you gotta be." She's like, you know what? No. I'm going to be the best version of me. And that is where her power is, and that is where her growth is. And I think as entrepreneurs and business owners, that's something that we can take a lesson in. We can learn from someone who has a strong foundation. Hey, what is it about me, myself personally, that I offer the world, and what can I do to make sure that it's unique and true to myself? I think those are the things we need to really be asking ourselves. And so I'm really excited and thrilled that she was able to share her experiences and share her story with us, so that, again, as an example for you to go and dig deep, do some soul searching, try to figure out what is it about you that's authentic, and how can you pair that with your skill or your craft or your talent, so that you can give it to the world in a way that nobody else can give it to you, give it to the world. Listen, I'm really excited, and I really don't want to take up a lot of your time. I really want you guys to be able to just get into this interview and really enjoy it. But I'm very serious when I say, hey, take some time to decompress, because this you already cast your ballot. It happened, right? Just let it go and just enjoy this live. If you guys have questions, you have comments, or just want to talk, let me know. I'm open. You can reach me on Instagram at Elisa Says, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. However, you can also reach out to Mica or Micaela on Facebook. She's also open to, but try to keep your questions about fitness and faith. Don't try to holler at her. She's definitely a married woman, and so I am really excited again. So I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for viewing Talk About It Tuesday, because yeah, I missed you guys. I missed you a lot. Hello, everybody. This is Lisa. I'm a product strategist with Rush Consulting Firm, and I have an extraordinary guest with me, Mica. I'm not going to butcher her last name. She just got married. McLaurin. I formerly know her as Keel, but she is here with us today, and I'm super excited. I'm really excited. Are you excited? Listen, I'm really excited for a number of reasons, but mostly because I really adore, not even adore, I don't even think that's the right word to use. I love what you're doing and combining fitness with faith, because a lot of people in the fitness community, they're not doing that, and you're doing it. And I'm excited about talking about that today. Like, I'm so excited.
Thank
um,
you.
so before I really get into it and we really have a conversation and we get deep into what she does, I'm gonna give her opportunity to tell us what she does, so I don't butcher it or ruin it. I just know she's certified. That's the thing that I know. So if you want to tell us a little bit about, what you do and how you do it.
Yeah, I would love to. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Um, I am a certified personal trainer. For those who don't know, I'm also a health coach, so I do help people in that way as well. Um, I use Christian-based music to do my workout. I host workouts in the park, which it's cold now, so we're going to be doing Zoom virtual workouts in the park. And yeah, we just do everything just to glorify God.
that's awesome. I love that. I love that you took that personal part of yourself and you integrated it into your business. Now you have like a business model that works and it represents who you are and it also represents a lot of other people. So I'm excited because you're being your most authentic version of yourself, and that is awesome. Like, I love it. So I know for some people it's really difficult for them to be their most best version of themselves or their authentic self. And for you, you just broke out. You're like, this is what I am. Like, how are you able to incorporate that, and how were you able to make that decision? Like, how did you know, like, this is the way that I'm going to do this?
Well, initially, I did not know. I was putting my son down for a nap, who is 2 now, but at the time he was 1. And I just prayed, God, what would you have me to do? And it was put on my heart, fitness instructor. So I actually changed my major mid-major.
That's
And
brave.
yeah, well, long story short, I owed the school money, and after I prayed about it and everything, it got waived. Like,
Wow.
yeah, the financial aid dean called me on accident, so she got it dropped, and so everything since then has just been taken off. Honestly, like when it's a whole testimony.
Okay,
So
I'm ready. Like, I'm here for it.
So, yeah, so I feel like I've been called to this. It's just been placed in my heart. Different ideas. The workout in the park was just randomly placed in my heart. We did that the first time. I had about 15 people. Right now in the workout in the park group, there's 91 people.
That's a lot.
And I just share inspiration, motivation, workouts every now and then. I try not to like give everything at once.
Yeah.
Um, During this time, I think people just need, they need positivity in a good space.
I agree. I feel like there's a lot of things that are just like so negative, especially when it comes to fitness, where people are like, you got to look this way, you got to feel this way. But I never feel that way whenever I go to your page. And that's why I was like, I want to share this with everybody because it's a positive space.
Thank you.
And you mentioned you have a child, but you actually have 2 children. And look
Yeah,
at y'all. I wish I could see the snapback. Okay. This is
it's a
ridiculous.
work.
But she did it though. She snapped back. She's a living testament of the snapback. But the thing that I really like about your workouts in the park in your group is that it's a place where families can actually be. Like, you can actually have your children participate. And
Yeah,
especially during this time when it's like so crazy, we could be so close to each other. Like, all of us are stuck in the house with COVID, but be far apart. Like, we don't
yeah,
want to talk to each other or deal with each other. But like in your space, it's like we could actually do a challenge together. Or, if I want to get close to my boo, they're like, hey, let's try this new recipe together. Like, we could do that. And I'm
exactly.
really thankful for that space that you created because it's like super positive. Like,
Thank
I
you.
love it. So going kind of along the lines of like what that's the feeling that I get from it. I get a wholesome feeling. I get a positive feeling. If you had to really describe like what your principles were, like when you were based off of trying to come up with your program, what would you say like your 3 program or your principles are for your program? Like, what is the foundation of what it is that you do? If you had to have 3, like, I'm just saying 3, but
Well, yeah, it's actually just one. It's actually Jesus.
okay. And
All
that
in all,
works.
So fitness, it's physical. It's a physical thing we do,
Mhm.
but it actually empowers us spiritually too. So it kind of just goes hand in hand. So my principle would just be based off of faith. And
Yeah.
so feeding that, people don't realize you're feeding that spirit man while you're physically enhancing your body. So that pretty much is the principle of it. Because I did pray and I was like, well, God, why would you have me do, be a fitness instructor? And this is what was placed on my heart
Right.
because my people are perishing because um, they're not healthy. And if people aren't healthy, they can't move the kingdom in
Right.
the earth. So that's just what I feel like I'm called to do. And every time I make a post, as you see, it's Christian based rap. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like, you know, we just something boring. It's upbeat,
Hmm.
something you can work out to. I post playlists. I try to do it regularly. It's kind of hard because it's just Apple,
Right.
but uh, but yeah, everything fitness wise is just giving honor and glory back to God.
That's important, like to really know, like have that connection to know why you're doing it. Because I think a lot of people are out here doing things, doing it for the gram. Like this is what
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the gram. But if you have that strong foundation, those principles, that's one of the reasons I was like, I gotta have her on here because you can
Oh.
tell you have those foundations, you have those principles, and it shows in all your posts, it shows in all your content, and I think that's pretty awesome. And listen, I hope more people start to get on board with this, and your group grows from like 99 to 199 to 300. I'm gonna keep going and on and on. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I really also like about your group is going back to the fact that you're certified. I've been in situations where I worked out with people before, and I don't know if they were certified or not. They look good, but I don't know, right? And so they would have me in these predicaments where I'm like, you know what? My body ain't cut out for that. Like I can't do burpees like how homegirl doing burpees. Can you modify this for me? Being that you're certified, you are able to like do those body mechanics and kind of like work with people and get them to like where they need to be at. Is there a specific group that you work with, or you just like you're like, come everybody, like let me get you to where you need to be?
Oh. Yeah. I do regular like Zoom calls with Les Mills. So they do trainings and things like that. And a big thing that I've learned training with them is that introverts and extroverts have different workouts they enjoy.
Yes.
People don't know that. But that was big for me that I learned that. So it is important education. I train with NASM. So
Mhm.
that's NASM. That is the National Academy of Sports Medicine. So they're big in the fitness industry. If you look them up, they're accredited.
Right, we're gonna check it. Like
Check it out. I mean, they have good stuff. If you follow them on Instagram, they have good stuff. But all in all, personal trainers should know that going into meeting a new client, it's about what the client needs and their goals and their body type.
right.
And, you know, um, you have to change things according to injuries, body type, lifestyles.
Right.
So that's really important with personal trainers in that aspect. Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like some of them wasn't certified. They had me up there doing burpees, and I was like, "Oh, this ain't gonna get up off the ground if I go there." Like, that's not the move. That's not the move. So, just to kind of touch on, because I touched on the fitness part, how you know the mechanics of your body, and just going back to the healthy eating part of it. In my mind, I feel like sometimes as long as I eat healthy foods, I can eat as much of them as I want. Is that a thing or is it not a thing? Because I can eat like 2 bags of grapes by myself.
um, the saying too much of anything is bad is true.
Okay.
So too much of healthy foods is also bad. I don't know if you can see me. Um, so no, you should not overeat anything, whether it be healthy or unhealthy in that aspect. We really want to be conscious of what we're consuming, and we don't want to consume more food than we're burning as far as calories.
Right.
That's why a lot of people count calories, macronutrients, things like that. Health statistics show 1 in 3 adults is obese, and 1 in 6 children are obese, which is
I'm the one of three.
which is telling Americans as a whole, we're not active enough. We're
Right.
not moving enough. Um, Sometimes we play sports in high school and college, and then once we get our families, we stop,
Mhm.
which then come health problems and diseases and depression and all. Like a lot of things can be cured just by exercising.
Right.
So that's a big thing. So overeating is a big thing. So that's why we do recommend eating 6 times a day, small portions, high protein, low carb. Some vegetables are high also in carbs. People don't know that. There are starchy vegetables, high carb vegetables. So you just want to be careful about that. Too much fruit will spike the insulin. So that's also something people don't know. Like they just put it in their smoothie, and you
Yeah.
get all this insulin.
Me.
So
I'm
insulin
the
rush.
person. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? This needs more strawberries. Like, let me put all the strawberries in there. Like,
And then the ones at Smoothie King, they have like in syrup and stuff. But um,
listen,
anywho, but yeah, you do want to be careful about that. And a lot of times people don't know that's the knowledge that personal trainers have
right.
versus just going in the gym and picking a machine and not knowing what to do with it. A lot of personal trainers have that information.
And that's great that you said that, because I know there's someone right now that's watching like, I'm gonna go to the gym and I don't need no personal trainer. And no, like, be open to the knowledge. Like, have
Yeah.
someone who is certified, who knows what they're doing, who can walk you through it and can tell you not to eat 2 bags of grapes because it's not good for you. It's not good for anybody, actually.
Yeah.
So I know you mentioned like some of us, myself included, we used to work out, and then we just kind of stopped. We plateaued for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Family life, it happens. It's okay, like and with COVID especially, a lot of us have been kind of like stuck in the sedative lifestyle where we actually can't go out, and we're like
Right.
forced in the chairs. Like I am forced into it. I'm not forced. I've chosen this lifestyle, okay? But we're in these chairs. Is there a specific type of stretch that you would recommend for someone who is just like, me, who's eating the
In
grapes
chairs
and
all
the
day.
crackers?
Yeah, yeah. Well, when a lot of people don't know, when you sit all day long, you have your hip flexors actually become tight, and you get imbalances in your body.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to do stretches that will open up your hips. So you want to do like inchworms, and um, there's one really don't remember the name of it. But any exercise that would open up the hips, putting one leg in front of the other, bending down, touching your toes. I mean, you can do these at work on break.
Okay,
So
because I am going to do them. I was trying to
yeah,
envision in my head the space. Like, do I have enough to inch out? Maybe not, but touch toes, I can do that. I'm going to do these at work.
yeah.
So,
Well, there's so many names and so different stretches, but people oftentimes overlook stretching period because it's stretching
yeah,
and I already know about it. And so, but it's very important to start off exercises, or like you said, if you sit a lot, just stretching those muscles, opening up those muscles, because a lot of times if you sit a lot, you're tight. And when you go to the gym and exercise, your body is going to overcompensate. Feet are going to turn out when you squat, or you can't squat all the way down without dropping your chest,
right.
something of that nature. So, I mean, you can do it on your break, just different stretches that you already know. Just open up those hips. You can do butterflies, just different stretches that, because we're bending at the hip. So that will just open that hip up and stretch it out. And yeah, so you're not tight.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be in the parking lot tomorrow. They're going to be like, girl, what you doing? I'm like, opening my hips up. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You did share some stretches with me, and if you want, if it's okay, can you walk us through it, just to
Yeah.
how to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that up real quick. Of course, I put it on like a full screen. Technology be kicking my butt, okay? They'd be like, oh, you thought you had it? Not today. Actually, let's go to this one. What can you walk me through the stretch? Because it feels like you're just letting go right here. Like, I want to do this one tonight. Like, what is this stretch?
Yeah. This is actually, you can do it before bed. I stretch all the time before bed, which is actually really good for you.
Oh,
You sleep better too. But this stretch is just a butterfly stretch. We used to do it in high school, you know. So just opening the hips up, and it's basically a good stretch if you're sitting all day.
okay.
So for the abductors, adductors, which people don't know, it's like the inner thigh.
Mhm.
Just opening those hips, those thighs, and getting those muscles stretched out.
Yeah, you look like so like, huh? Like, I need that moment in my life. Okay, this one, where do we do this stretch at? Because I don't think I could do it in my office, but I want to try it.
Well, I mean, you can do it anywhere. This is actually one of the stretches good for opening the hips. This is going to stretch your hamstrings, your calves, and your hip flexors. Um, if you do this daily, you'll become great at it, and it will become easier, and you won't feel tight. People don't realize they feel tight when they walk, when you wear heels. You're using a lot of muscles, so it is good to stretch before or after. But yeah, this is a good stretch if you sit all day and to open the hips.
So for me starting out, I shouldn't expect to get that result right away if I've been sitting down for years. Like, I need to
No,
like work my
no,
way up
not
to it. Okay, because I don't want to disappoint myself or other people. They're gonna be like, get her up, she fell.
not at all.
So what about this one? This one looks like I could kind of jump into it a little bit.
Yeah, so this is the one I was actually initially talking about. The name of it, I don't remember, but I do it all the time.
Hmm.
Um, this is really good for hip flexors. So if you've been sitting all day, I do this one regularly. Like I said, in my workouts with my clients and stuff, I do show them this. Um, and it's just great once you alternate legs, do it every day. Um, just getting those muscles stretched out because it does go a long way. People take it for granted, but it really does work.
Listen, I don't want to take it for granted anymore. I'm gonna start working baby steps, okay? I'm gonna start
Yeah,
with the
baby
butterfly.
steps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then work my way up because at this point I'm looking at these stretches and I'm like, I need a lot of faith to get me through this. So I'm gonna go back to the beginning. There was a specific slide here. I had someone who had a specific question. They are a mom and they want to know what they can do to strengthen their pelvic floor. And as I mentioned before, their snapback game is amazing. And so I was like, "You're the
Thank
expert.
you.
You know all about this, okay?" So can you walk us through what it's like to have the snapback game?
Yeah, so it does take a little while after you have a child. I wouldn't expect it right away. Mine usually to get all the way back took about 2 years to a year and a half.
Okay.
Um, you have your abs that are separated, you know, from that baby being in that space. So you like right after birth, once you get cleared by a physician, that's very important. Consult with your doctor first, make sure you're clear to do any exercises. Um, you know, you want to start light. You don't want to start with hit exercises, high intense energy. You don't want to do that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you don't want to do any um, resistance training, high intense workouts. So you want to start with like glute bridges. You want to do stretching, walking. You also want to do planks, 5 to 10 seconds. That's definitely going to strengthen your core. Every time you do workouts, you should always be squeezing your glutes. That activates your glutes. It's a big muscle and it shouldn't be weak. So you always need to activate those glutes by squeezing at the top of any workout. We forget that and we forget to engage our core, which is really good for that's why it's really good to wear like waist trainers when you work out, because it actually helps you to remember to engage your core. So when your core is tight, everything else is tight. It's going to fall in line. um, so these are easy workouts to do, and once you like increase, your doctor says, hey, you can go more weight, more weight. I would just start without weight, then do bands, and then do like maybe 5-inch dumbbells and do arm workouts, because arms are easy to do. You're still engaging your core and you're still activating your glutes, but you're not lifting heavy. You know, incorporate the baby if you feel comfortable when they get about 6 months, things of that nature. But these are good workouts to, and I will post this in my group as well, but these are good workouts to help with postnatal care, or exercises after having a baby. But definitely start light.
Okay, that's good advice because I don't have children, but in my mind, I feel like I would just be ready to run a marathon. But no. But in kind of like in that same line of thinking, like I don't have children yet. Are there certain exercises I should be doing to prepare my body for it, or should I just be exercising in general anyway, just so that my body is ready for that major transformation? Because pushing out little people, it's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. I actually trained a client while she was pregnant. So it's good for the body. It does prepare the body. So abductors and adductors, when you go to the gym and you see this machine where they're pushing their legs out like that,
Yeah.
and it's just their legs. Yeah, that's good for the pelvic area. And then there's also a machine that you just use your legs to push together. So that works the pelvic area as well. Squats, really good for lower body. Any exercise lower body wise is going to be good for childbirth, because that's, you know, initially what we're working. I wouldn't leave out arms, because I mean you don't want to be weak up top either. But
Yeah, because you're like struggling to carry the baby.
The car seat, yeah.
Oh, that
But
part.
definitely start light. Make sure you do get cleared by the doctor. You don't want to try to do too much too soon, because it's not going to be good for you.
I don't think I've ever heard any pregnant person say, "Oh yeah, I was cleared by my doctor. I'm ready to go." Like that's good information. It's important. Like people need to know
Some
that.
women are. Some women are, and then like if you're working out while you're pregnant, it's easy to just snap back quicker. It's good for the body.
That's good to
Actually.
know because I was gonna be lazy. I was like, just gonna keep eating grapes, and I absolutely hate leg day. So I'm glad you told me that. I'm actually gonna start incorporating more squats. I hate squats the most. No, I hate burpees and then squats, like in that order. But
Burpees is an advanced. People don't know burpees is an advanced exercise. There are levels to exercises.
Mm-hmm.
Burpee is an advanced exercise, and it should be modified for people who don't work out that hard or as much. So if you don't work out that much, you should actually start with stability training.
Okay,
So
I didn't know that.
yeah, so doing squats with a big ball. You know how they have those big balls in the gym?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll put that big ball behind you and you'll squat. That helps with stability. And then you'll do one foot, then you alternate just doing squats with the other foot. So you're just building your stability first. Then you go to resistance training. Then you go to power. So there's definitely levels to exercising.
And I did not know that. I'm at
Yeah.
the beginning. That's okay though, because I'm starting. Well, listen, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I really appreciate you giving us all this information because in like other circles, people will charge like $100, $200, $300 just for all the information and gave it to us like free. And I'm loving it. I'm gonna take these tips and I'm gonna run with them. So if y'all see me in my little beach body, don't say nothing. Just mind your business. Just know I've been working out, okay? Got a personal trainer with me, okay? So yeah, I'm really excited. If people want to reach out to you and contact you and get personal training, what's the best way to do it? Because I'm just like I'm pumped. I'm ready for people to work out with you and get the results, and I'm ready to work out. I'm excited. How do we get in contact with you?
Well, great. I am on Facebook as Mica McLaurin. You can also join the Workouts in the Park group. I do post daily in there. So that's Workout in the Park on Facebook, or yeah, you can DM me, and so we can discuss whatever goals you might have. But I think the best way is going to be Workout in the Park, because I do post if I'm doing any workouts, and I will be having some coming up virtually. So just find that on Facebook, Workout in the Park, and then we can go from there. I'm not really like trying to make my group super big because I just feel like the God thing.
Yeah, it's personal. Like, it's really intimate. And that's one of the things I did like about your group, is that you're getting that one-on-one experience with people, well, with a person. It doesn't feel like you're just a number, because I think that's the difference between some of the more mainstream programs that people have versus, you know, programs that are like really connected with, you know, the people who are concerned about your actual transformation, like of your soul and your body. So if you're serious about it and you want a positive place that you can bring your family, you can come along to, like, that is the perfect group. So options, we got options out there. So I'm excited. Like,
definitely check it out.
Yeah, like if you guys want that little motivation to get you through the day, like I feel like I get that from these posts in the group. I'm like, you know what? I can do it. I feel great.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I want like a lot of people, but God is just keeping me focused. Like, don't look at the numbers. So I'm just trying to reach people. Yeah, but it's awesome. And I'm gonna have a Zoom virtually soon. Hopefully this Saturday. I've been super busy, but yeah, just reach out to me on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram, so you can find me that way.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna see you this Saturday, but the next virtual workout you will see me, because I would have drank my water, I would have been ready, I'm excited. But yes, thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
No problem. Hi.